here.
Recording in
I
progress.
mean, we couldn't travel anyway, but all the holidays were in the week, pretty much. All right.
We
So,
don't have free the August too.
huh?
We don't have free the August too.
It's moved to August 5th.
Okay.
So yeah. So it's not Monday. It's this Thursday.
Really, teacher?
Thursday.
hmm
Mm.
But that's for uh, Our Lady of the Angels Day.
Yeah.
Yes, by way Thursday.
I don't know. I think it's just like a national thing. All right. But anyway,
Strange.
78 guys exam. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, can you hear this, guys? Listen.
Questions 1 through 6.
Yes.
Listen.
Okay. So again, I'm going to mute everybody. All right. So that we pay attention. So 78 listening book. All right. So here we go. So 1, 2, 3.
Questions 1 through 6. Listen as a student consults with her professor. The conversation is about an exam.
Hi, Professor Hall.
Oh, hi, Sandy.
Do you have a minute? I'd like to ask you about something.
Sure. What do you want to ask me?
Well, it's, about my grade on the exam.
What was your grade?
It was a grade of C. I got 75%.
75%. A C. That's not so good. It could be better. It should be better.
I wanted to ask you about this. I mean, I studied. I really studied a lot. I studied all 3 chapters that were on the exam, and I'm sure I knew all the material from the chapters.
That's good. But did you study your lecture notes?
My lecture notes?
The notes you took during the lectures.
Well, I didn't exactly take any notes during the lectures.
Okay, so now we know what the problem is. The exams cover the textbook chapters and the lectures. It's important to take notes on the lectures and then study your lecture notes to prepare for the exams.
You mean if I just study the chapters, it's not enough?
That's exactly right. You also need to take good notes during the lectures and study your lecture notes too if you want to get high grades on the exams. Number 1. Why does the student go to see the professor? Number 2. Listen again to part of the passage. Then answer the question. What was your grade?
It was a grade of C. I got 75%.
75%. A C. That's not so good. It could be better. It should be better. How does the professor seem to feel about the exam grade? Number 3. Listen again to part of the passage. Then answer the question. But did you study your lecture notes?
My lecture notes?
The notes you took during the lectures. What does the student mean when she says this?
My lecture notes?
Number 4. What problem did the student have on the exam? Number 5. What can be inferred from the conversation? Number 6. Is each of these true based on the conversation? This question is worth 2 points. 2 points for 4 correct answers. 1 point for 3 correct answers. And 0 points for 2, 1, or 0 correct answers.
Okay, guys. One more time, or are you good?
I'm good.
What about the rest?
I'm good.
I heard just the middle of it, but yeah, I can work with it.
Didn't you say you're working, Anthony?
Yeah, I'm working, but I can do my best.
Okay, all right. All right, so Natasha, let's read an answer number 1, please.
Yes. Why does the student go to see the professor? I put D to find out why her exam grade was not very good.
Okay, agree or disagree?
Agree.
All right, yep. Adriana, 2, read an answer.
How does the professor seems to feel about the exam grade? The A. He seems to think it was not as good but as it could be.
All right, agree or disagree?
I'm agree, teach.
I
Agree, teach.
I agree.
Ashley, 3, read an answer.
Why does the student say this? B. What are you talking about?
Agree or disagree, guys?
Agree.
Agree.
So 3B. Okay, let me move it up. And so we can look at the rest. Okay, Andre, read number 4 and answer.
What
Whoop.
problem? What problem did the student have on the exam? I think it's B. She didn't attend lectures.
Agree or disagree, guys?
Disagree.
What are your choices?
I disagree. I will choose letter D.
Letter D, yes.
What's Steve?
She did not understand that the lecture covered more than the textbook. Actually, I marked A. She did not study textbook chapters.
Okay. Well, the one here is letter D. Because part of the exam was the lecture notes, what she heard in class, not only the book. So there was more material in class than in the book.
Okay.
So that's what do we say? D. Karen, 5.
Okay, what can be inferred from the conversation? Letter B, that the exams cover the lectures more than they cover the textbook.
Agree or disagree, guys?
Agree.
Okay. And Justin, 6. Read the question and choose the first one.
Sure. Is each of these true based on the conversation? And the student did well on the exam. Okay, no.
Agree or disagree, guys?
Agree.
Agree.
Teacher, but well, she did well, but not as well as it could be.
Yes.
So
Yeah, it could.
I marked yes.
yes.
Could
So
be.
yes.
Okay. Well, I don't know. The professor disagrees with that in the story. So, but I understand a C is not bad, but it's not good according to the audio. But I understand your point of view, Natasha and Alfredo. Okay, Alfredo, read the next choice.
The student studied the textbook thoroughly.
Agree or disagree?
No.
No? What do you guys think?
I'm agree.
Yes.
I agree.
It's yes.
Yes. I was thinking that the textbook
Mm-hmm.
and the notes of the lessons,
So yeah, she studied the book.
Yeah,
But
but not
that's
the
it.
lectures.
but
Mhm.
not the lectures,
Mhm.
but not
So yeah, so
the
it is
lessons.
true that yes, she studied the book thoroughly. Mhm. Okay, Viviana, the next one.
The student took good notes during the lecture. No. The answer is no.
Agree or disagree?
Agree.
Mhm.
Agree.
Agree.
Anthony, read it and answer if you can. The next one.
I can read, but I cannot do or I cannot say an answer. But the exam covered only the lectures.
Yes or no, guys? Anybody?
No.
No.
So nope. That one. It. Very good. All right. Any comments or questions?
No.
No. Okay. So now we're going to begin with the new video. Well, the first few parts. Okay. So again, I will show you the picture, of the presentation, and you guys can infer, from it information like we did last time. Okay, so just give me a moment here. I think this video is online, so I'll try to look it up because, I couldn't find, the other one was online at some point, but, you know how it is with,
I was like, who's that guy? Anthony.
Yes.
which guy?
Oh my God, what? I'm using
It's
math.
different,
That's the only
Jake.
difference.
What guy?
Anthony, teacher.
Why me?
Let me check on it.
I saw another person.
Oh my God.
Oh,
my
okay.
God, oh my God.
I see it. All right, so here we are, guys. What's the title?
Teacher, this okay, this is going to be like the Rex one, right?
It's different, but it's the same
Yes.
format of the program.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so what do you get
This is-
from the picture, guys? What's the title?
The
sea
CGP.
The sea gypsies.
So, well, what is a gypsy?
I don't know what does
A nomad.
Like a
A nomad.
castaway.
A nomad. I don't know how to
nomad?
say it.
Okay, a gypsy is a nomad.
A nomad who lives in different. They don't have like an area to live in. They travel around different countries, and they were like a minor piece of the population of Europe.
Yes, they don't have an established home.
So,
They used to have a image of the Steelers.
yeah, like robbers.
And the ladies who use the crystal ball to read your future.
What about these guys? What do you think are sea gypsies?
It's like the same, but in the ocean.
Okay.
Yeah, the one who used to be around the ocean.
Okay. All right.
Maybe they live surrounding some islands, and they don't have like a home. They live in their own boats, but they are not located in any like geographic land in a piece of land. They are not located in a piece of land.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And they live from their own they maybe they fish and they take the things, they catch different things from the ocean, and that's what they eat.
Okay, and
That's why
you
they survive.
recognize like that boat, you recognize like where could it be from?
Maybe from India.
All right, India. What else?
Yes, India.
Or maybe a country near Africa or something. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of information there, but yeah. So this detail is important. Nomads from at sea. Okay.
Thailand, maybe, teacher.
Yeah, you're getting
Maybe.
warmer, Karen.
Huh?
You're getting warmer.
What does it mean, teacher?
You know, like a game when you're a kid, you're cold or warm. For example, like I'm thinking of a animal, and you say, "Oh, does it have 4 legs?" You're getting warm. Does it have fur? Warmer. Does it bark? You know,
Okay.
scorching hot.
Yeah.
So it's it's
But
like
what's that play name?
that game. I don't know.
The
What's it
name.
called in
The
Spanish? I
name of
forget.
that game.
I don't know. What's the name of Spanish? That name in Spanish? Because we have that too. But I don't remember. Anyway,
Like Guess Who or something like that, or Guess What?
yeah, it's a guessing game. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, so now we're going to look at the vocabulary. All right. Okay, let's begin with Anthony. Please read the first column.
Okay, let me see. To receive, to bear, to prove,
Everyone, to bear.
to bear. Okay, to bear. To prove, to throw up,
To probe. To probe.
probe.
Mhm.
Okay, to throw up,
To throw up.
throw up, to swirl. I don't know.
Swirl.
Okay, to threaten,
To threaten.
threaten.
Hmm?
Okay.
Questions, guys?
Yeah. What is
Yeah.
to bear? What is to bear?
Okay, to bear is to withstand something, to when there's a hard situation, you support, not supported, you I don't know. I'm going to use Spanish because it's kind of hard, this concept, aguantar.
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 To bear.
Teacher, and the first one?
To recede. Okay, imagine the beach, right? You're looking at the beach and the waves come in and they recede and they go back.
Okay.
That's to recede. So it has to do with, something increasing and decreasing or coming back and forth. Nice filter, Karen.
Sure, I like it.
All right. Other questions, guys?
To swirl.
Swirl.
To swirl. Okay, to swirl. A tornado, guys?
A what?
A tornado.
Yeah.
Like a tornado has a shape like this. So that's swirling. This is a swirl, like a spiral.
Like a tornado in the water.
Well, not quite. That's actually up ahead.
Only the shape.
But it could be, you know, the movement with your finger.
Teacher, can you do a sentence with that word? It's, I don't know, it sounds weird for me.
I can swirl in my car. Can I swing? Can I swirl with my car?
Can I?
Swirl with my car.
Swirl.
Yes.
You could do that movement. Yeah.
Teacher,
Mm-hmm.
there is a function in the washing machine that the name is swirl, right?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's like moves like this in a spiral, kind of.
It's the actions to swirl, to do the spiral. Okay.
Or you see swirls, you know, like a tornado is just like, I guess kind of like a swirl, kind of. Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else?
To threaten.
To threaten.
Threaten. It's like
To threaten means to put someone in danger, or something is endangering you.
Like if I'm in a walking alone in at night, I can feel threatened, right?
At night, only on 13.
You see a bunch of guys like that look like silhouettes at a distance, like 5 guys, you know, and it's dark and you're alone. You feel threatened by their presence. Mhm. Okay. So far,
Okay,
so good,
okay.
guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For me,
All right. So you can take a picture of this because I need to erase it. Ready?
Ready.
Okay. Natasha, next column.
To rise up or raise up.
Rise up.
To rise up. To wind up.
Mhm.
Casualties. Tourist Mecca. Whirlpool. Debt.
Mm-hmm. Questions?
Whirlpool.
Okay, so imagine imagine a tornado in water, like in the water.
Yes.
That's a whirlpool.
That's a brand of
Yeah.
So when you feel like a thing swirling,
Teacher, what is the difference
that's a
between whirlpool
whirlpool.
and swirl?
Well, one is the action and one is the thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Whirlpool is a brand of white line. How do you say that in English?
I don't remember. I don't. Appliances.
pura marihuana, no mentira.
Appliances. Alfredo, appliance.
Okay, thank you.
to wind up.
Llévesela, yo tengo aquí, me queda otra. Esta. ¿O le damos a...
Teacher, can you use Anthony, please?
To wind up. It means it could be like when something when you end up somewhere or something is ending.
Okay.
So it's like when you, for example, it was such a crazy night that I wind up in like the beach or something. I end up at the beach.
Okay. What is a tourist mecca?
Well, you know what Mecca is, guys?
A robot.
No, it's like
Mecca is
a downtown for tourists.
So in Islam, the religion, they have a holy place, and if you're Muslim, you go there, like you have to travel there, like a pilgrimage. So that's that's Mecca, I guess. So
Where is
for example, you have,
allow?
yeah, like well, I don't remember exactly when you have to go. Yeah, it's just like a holy place that Muslims go as part of
Like
their
a church.
religion. Well, it's not really a church. It's like a box thing. But the point is that Mecca is like the center. Like it's one of a place that if you're a Muslim, you have to go. You have to make a pilgrimage.
It's like when you're let's see.
So all right. So
if you're in
wait.
San Francisco, you have to go to the Golden Gate. That's like a tourist Mecca from there, right?
So everybody clear with Mecca is before we move on to the next part.
Yes,
Yeah.
teacher.
Okay, so a tourist Mecca is like Alfredo says, is a place that tourists just have to go.
Okay.
So for example, in Italy is like the Colosseum. In London is like the Tower of London, or
But it's like iconic places, right?
but yeah, it's like a metaphor.
Mhm.
Okay. Anything else, guys? Here.
Teacher, I'm not really clear with to wind up.
To wind up means simply to end up at.
Okay. To end up.
And is related with a physical location.
Related to? Yes.
Okay. I cannot say I wind up drunk.
That's fine.
That's fine.
You can. That's actually an expression people use.
Okay.
Okay.
That's why I thought it's funny. But yeah, it's like you end up. Ashley, understand?
Yes, teacher. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else there, guys?
Nope.
Okay.
Cicadas, teacher.
We'll get there.
Okay.
So no questions here. Number 2, guys.
No.
No, everything clear.
All right. So Natasha, column 3. Oh wait, no, you read that one,
Yeah.
right, Natasha?
I
Okay,
read
Adriana,
2.
Adriana. Thank you, Adriana. Next one.
Okay. Cicadas.
Everyone, cicadas.
Cicadas. Cicadas, squid, skeptics, intimacy, resemblance, nomads.
All right, questions?
Yes.
Yes.
How was the pronunciation of the first word? Cicadas.
Cicadas.
How is it?
All right, so pronunciation first and then meaning. Cicadas.
Cicadas. That's an animal, right?
Yeah, it's an insect. Okay, so imagine like somewhere very hot here in Costa Rica, like Atenas, or like the Llanura de Guanacaste, or like San Carlos, right? Every time you go there, you hear like these insects that are very noisy.
Yeah.
You hear them. You understand or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
They're las chicharras. Las cigarros. We call them chicharras here, or cigarros. One, these are cicadas.
Oh, okay. And a squid?
Squid is like a you know what an octopus is?
Yes.
Is
Kind of like an octopus.
The friend of Bob Esponja.
the neighbor from
the longer one.
Like Super Mario. They have
The
squid.
longer one, like a triangle.
The one who has 6.
It's like a triangle.
Oh, teacher, it's because everyone talk at the same time and I can understand you.
All right, so yeah,
It's the longer one that have the head like a triangle.
let me show you.
Thank you.
have you ever seen SpongeBob,
Yes.
the neighbor from SpongeBob?
Well, this is a squid. Ashley.
Oh, no.
Well, that's true. It is.
It is delicious.
All right. That's a squid. Other questions, guys?
Resemblance.
Resemblance, it means like something that looks like something else.
Like looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And skeptics.
Skeptics are people who don't believe something. Mm-hmm.
Alright.
So, for example, there are people who don't believe in like climate change. You know, well, so people who mm-hmm. Sometimes it's good to be a skeptic. Other times, not so much. Mm-hmm. So people who don't believe something. Mm-hmm. Understand, guys? Yes?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Other questions here?
No.
No? All right. Ashley, read the next one. Actually, don't read the first one because this is a typo.
Okay.
I don't remember what the word is exactly. It will, when we do like the sentences, it will show up there and I'll tell you, but I forget about that one. I forgot about that one.
Okay. Wake, laboon,
Mm-hmm.
wealth, sea cucumbers.
Cucumbers? Sea cucumbers?
Sea cucumber.
Sea cucumbers?
Sea cucumbers.
Mm-hmm.
A biblical flood.
Flood. Biblical flood.
Flood.
Mm-hmm. Okay, questions?
What is a biblical float?
Okay, Adriana first. Okay,
What is
Adriana.
a biblical float?
The reason why Noah built a huge boat.
The flood. So everybody, flood.
Flood.
Okay, so you know what the Bible is, Adriana?
Yes.
So there's a story in the Bible that this man was told to build like a big ship, and you have to bring 2 animals of each kind to save from like from the flood. A flood is like right now in Turrialba, there's water everywhere.
And the sea cucumbers.
Okay, but clear with biblical flood, Adriana.
Yes, I understand. Yeah.
Okay, all right. It's just I need to be sure you guys get it. A sea cucumber is an animal from the sea. Let me show you. And all right, it's better
Like
if I show
Kevin.
you because
There is a SpongeBob episode that a sea cucumber appears, and his name is Kevin.
I never seen that show, guys, so I don't know what
okay.
you're talking about. I was like I was like 17 or 18 years old.
Okay.
So this is a sea cucumber, Adriana.
It's plankton.
It's like it's an animal. It's not
No.
a cucumber.
Plankton is a plankton.
Plankton is tiny.
Bob Sponge.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe if you show the ones that sell at the market, the cucumbers.
I don't know what you're talking about, Alfredo. I don't never seen that show.
Like
Okay.
no. The ones that you include in when you bought a hamburger, they have cucumbers, right?
That's a cucumber, but that's a vegetable and that's an animal.
Yes, but it's the same name, right?
Yes,
Oh,
but there's different
because-
things. So
Yes.
we're talking about sea cucumbers, which are like starfish. Okay. The laboon.
Laboon.
Okay, laboon is very specific. It's about so it's part. Okay, so these people, I'm going to spoil a bit the video. So these people are called Moken. Like so these sea gypsies, their true names is Moken. Okay? Are you following me? You feel
No.
me?
No.
No.
Okay, these people, this tribe of people, this community are called Moken.
Ah, okay.
All right, you're following now.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so they have many, costumes, they have their society, and they have their religion, right?
Yeah.
So in their religion, they have something called Laboon. And the Laboon is
A god?
is the spirit of the ocean. So it manifests itself as waves sometimes.
Like Neptuno, right?
No,
But the one is specific for that religion.
it's a different thing because Neptune is like a person type. This is more like a spirit thing.
Okay.
Anyway, so that's the Laboon. So in their religion, they have this, which is the spirit of the ocean, and sometimes manifests itself as waves or a tsunami or things like that. All right. Okay, is that so clear? Yes. Okay. All right, so let's take a picture there if you want to, so we can move on to the next one. Ready?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Andre, the last column.
Eels, trinket, shellfish, heart of darkness, trend, sea urchins.
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 Questions?
Eels, what does mean?
Eels.
Yes.
Okay, eels. Imagine a snake, right? Imagine a snake in the water. So that's an eel. It's like a fish snake that looks like a snake.
I don't remember the name in Spanish.
It's good because that way you don't have to translate.
No.
They electrify it.
Yes,
Some
yes.
of them, yeah.
Yeah.
So an eel, that's an eel. Guys, if you don't translate, sometimes it's better not to know the word in the other language because you will not translate. You just know what it is. So you avoid the translation thing.
Right.
Okay, any other questions?
Trinket?
Trinket. So a trinket is like a souvenir. So it is cheaply made. They are sold to tourists. When you go on vacation to the beach, people are selling stuff at the beach, like rings and collars and earrings.
Yes.
Those are trinkets.
But that word apply only for that kind of things.
No, it can be just like any kind of decoration, but it's not expensive decoration. You can have trinkets that like when you're a kid, you collect things.
Yes.
That are not they're cheap. Maybe it's like something you found on the street. So those are trinkets too.
Can I say my mom bought a lot of trinkets for the kitchen?
Not quite. She can she can buy trinkets for decorations, but not really for the kitchen.
Like
maybe for decoration of the kitchen, yes.
To save like that the things that you use to save food, and they are all small cases.
Usually they don't have a lot of uses. They're not used for like stuff.
Okay, it's more.
Even sometimes like like a broken something, like a broken mirror, sometimes they're not useful. They're just for decoration, or they're just cheap, or they're parts of broken parts of something else. We have a word in Costa Rica specifically for that, but mhm. But you understand it, guys?
Cochinaditas.
No, I was thinking of
No,
something else.
it's stuff.
Mhm, it's like stuff.
Yeah.
Hmm. Is everyone clear with trinket?
Yeah.
Yes.
Anything else here?
Sea urchins.
Okay, sea urchins. Let me show you what it is, because that's another animal. Hmm. So they're like spiky things that are like, so well, let's take a look. That.
All right.
They eat it.
Yeah, people eat all kinds of stuff, I suppose. All right, anything else there, guys?
And trend?
Trend means like something that keeps happening and people copy it. Hmm. For example, people from the countryside leave their town to go to the city to get jobs. That's a trend because it keeps happening. Or for example, like the kids share trends on TikTok. Like,
Right.
I don't know what they're doing now. So,
Stupid
so
things.
mhm,
It's
yeah,
like a fashion.
it could be fashion too, but it's not specifically to fashion.
No, it's like if I bought like something and later everyone bought the same things.
Well, it's not that you bought it first, it's that you saw somebody buying it. So you repeat the same pattern.
Okay.
Hmm. Anything else?
No.
No,
Nope.
teacher.
Okay, so, all right. So that's it. Okay, well, that's it for now because we're going to keep working on this.
Teacher, I needed to take a picture.
Oh, sorry, Natasha.
No, don't worry. Thank you. Give me 1 second. I know, wait.
Take your
Wait,
time.
teacher, sorry, because
No, it's all
this
right.
thing is...
You guys let me know.
Ready. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so now the fun part. The fun begins. Okay, so let's take a picture of that one, guys. Hold on. Yeah, now. All right. Take a few seconds to read it through in case you don't understand a term or, something. Okay, are you ready?
No, teacher.
No.
Mhm.
Teacher, boiling is the same when you are cooking.
Boiling.
Yeah, when you're cooking or when you're cooking for example,
It-
an egg.
Uh-huh, yeah, exactly. Mhm.
Okay.
Do you remember that one? Which number is that?
8.
H.
Teacher, and the Thais is the people who live in Thailand now. Or is it
Correct.
No.
No. The Thai people are people from Thailand. Mhm. Okay. So is everyone all good? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Do you take the picture?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
All right. So let me set up the groups so we can so we can work it out in pairs. Okay. Let's begin.
Hi, Viviana.
Hello, hello.
How are
How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. And let's see. Um,
Okay.
well,
Um,
what do you think is the number one?
new
Casualties?
casualties are still being discovered. And Thais, Shades, Skir, and Indonesians.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, it's the seed that saved the mountain. Welcome, accepted tree.
Number.
It's well, it's their what about E? It's their intimacy with the seed that saved the mountain.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. At low tide, they tide marea. Okay, at low tide, they collect sea cucumbers and catch eels.
Eels.
Yep. Anguilas.
Yep, I agree. It had become something of an before the tsunami. Let's see, wait.
Before number, okay, let me see.
Constant. It had become for an
Eighth.
What?
Eighth.
Which one?
Seem terrible
F.
excited by this.
It had become something for a seem terrible excited by this before the tsunami. I don't know. It is because the an there is an, so I don't know if es que siempre esa an, digamos, va antes de una palabra con vocal. It had become something of an exotic tourist mecca before the tsunami. No sé. I think it's age, but I'm not sure. Just for the an.
Yes, I'm not sure. Maybe this. No. No, I don't know.
Okay. Actually, number 5, I think, is C.
Hmm.
They call in the label the wave that eats people.
Number is C. They call in the label.
Okay.
6. All sense of time of the 21st century seemed to evaporate into the tropical night air as the tides swept sire, lakens and father into what often seemed to be heart of darkness.
Okay. All since of the time of the 20th century seem to evaporate as the
I don't remember what mean ties.
what's mean what?
Ties. Tailandés. Ties.
Yes.
Yes.
As the one-up captivated, known as both proved farther as a constant no.
Number 7.
7. No, I was thinking in 6. What did you say in 6?
H.
H.
Size, sweets or sweets, I don't know how to pronounce. Sire and Likens.
But we already used that in number 1.
Number 1. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Right.
As their intimacy we know as the constant
Let me see.
as the boat as the comet so as the one up captivated one up
Oh, we have to go.
and factor into what often seem to be heard times. Well,
Recording in progress.
Everyone is muted. That's me.
Hi.
As I was. All right. So let's hear from Karen. Read and answer number 1.
Okay. New casualties are still being discovered. Thais, Swedes, Sri Lankas, and Indonesians. G.
Okay. Agree or disagree, guys? G?
Agree.
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 With the G here. Okay. And cross it out.
And what? Okay.
Justin, number 2. Read and answer.
okay, yes, it's their intimacy with the sea that saved them Oaken.
Agree or disagree?
Agree.
Agree.
Let's cross that out. Alfredo, 3. Read and answer.
At low tide, they collect sea cucumbers, cucumbers, and catch eels.
Agree or disagree?
Agree.
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 Viviana, number 4.
Number 4. It had become something of a constant coming in before that tsunami.
What do you guys think? Agree or disagree?
H.
Hey, teacher, just right. A exotic tourist mecca.
Guys, remember, agree and disagree first before we give other options.
Disagree.
Disagree.
Disagree, teacher.
Oh, too late now, because you guys
H.
H,
don't
teacher.
know the rule. H.
Sorry.
Mhm.
No, it's not you. You were fine, Viviana. It was the bad kids. All right. Anthony, would you read number 5, please? I don't know if you can answer.
Me?
Who, teacher? Me?
Who?
Anthony.
Number 5. Teacher, I didn't do the exercise, so they call the wave that eats people. So I think it's the, let me think. I think it's number, it's the letter K. No.
Sí.
Okay, read it with K if you want, Anthony. They call
was swirling like the wave that eats people.
What do you guys think? Agree, disagree? K.
Agree.
Agree, Adriana? Okay, what's your choice, Justin?
Letter C.
Read it complete with letter C.
Sure. They call in the lagoon the wave that eats people.
What do you guys think?
It sounds better, number C. Letter C.
So link it, guys. Call it.
Call it.
Call it.
Call it.
Call it.
Natasha, 6.
Okay. All sense of time of the 21st century seemed to evaporate into the tropical night air as the boat proved farther and farther into what often seemed to be the heart of the darkness.
What do you guys think? Jay, agree, disagree?
Agree.
Yes, agree.
Yes.
Okay. Adriana, 7.
We by their culture. We was is willing. No. We will not cultivated by their culture. The D.
Hi, everybody. Wound up.
Wound up.
Wound
up. One up.
Ashley, 8.
Okay. Ir. Oh, swear. Anda, cuerpo. It was swirling like a whirlpool as if it was boiling and coming from the depths of the earth.
Agree.
Okay, so agree, disagree, guys?
Agree.
Is K. Andre, 9.
They're just, I think it wasn't common.
Commingling.
Mingle.
So there's just
A constant commingling.
but read it, Andre.
They're just a constant commingling.
Okay, what do you guys think?
Agree.
Agree.
Okay, it is, well, it is
A.
it is A. There's just a constant commingling, so it is A. And Karen, 10.
Okay, the ties are having them make trinkets or furs.
Agree or disagree?
Agree.
Agree.
So it is B. Yeah, they actually did it faster this time than the first time with Rex.
Yes.
So yeah, there you go. All right, so that's it. You can take a picture, guys. Do you have any questions about, this?
No.
At the fifth time that we are going to hear it, we are going to understand.
Understand it.
Understand it well, yeah.
Better.
I don't know. I think you could, I don't know. Maybe you'll get it this time. All the videos, sometimes they're harder or easier to understand. There's one, module 31 or something, that is like, it's so out there. It's about technology, but the way they do it is, a little bit complex. I don't remember what's it called, but But anyway, so ready with this picture, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now let's take a picture of the questions because we're about to watch the video. So let's take a picture and, give you like a minute to read it through in case you have any questions.
Teacher, give me a minute, please.
Okay. Any questions, guys?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let's, let's, take out a notebook or a notepad or something to write with. Please write date and the name of people, okay? But that's going to be very important.
The name of the
Okay.
people, teacher?
Name of people, dates, things like that.
We have to write all that.
Well, no, but you should.
What we have to do, teacher? Sorry.
Take notes.
Anthony,
Okay. What?
you're not.
Names, dates, all you can take.
What?
You're not going to retain all this information because it's very new and it's very different from our everyday reality. So you have to have, everything that you can, All right, Karen. Oh yeah, Karen, you're back.
Take everything you can understand.
That's a good tactic too. And things you don't. All right. Okay.
No or yes.
No, yeah, everything and even the things you don't understand. Okay. So let's see. We have the questions, and that's it. All right. So can you hear this, guys? Listen.
Yes.
It may have lasted only a couple of hours, but it will not go away.
Yes.
New casualties are still being discovered.
Yes, guys.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
So again, I'm going to mute everybody, and yep. So okay, take notes and listen. Active listening. You know what active listening is, guys?
Like pay attention while we are listening.
Huh?
Like paying attention while you are listening.
Yes. So for example, people listen to music but put it in the background. That's not active listening. Active listening is you your entire focus is on the music. In this case, on the video and the visuals. All right. So, okay. So I'm going to mute everybody. Any questions or comments or anything?
No.
Okay. All right. And then, all right. So muting everybody right now. Okay. So here we go. 1, 2, 3.
The tsunami may have lasted only a couple of hours, but it will not go away. New casualties are still being discovered. Thais, Swedes, Sri Lankans, Indonesians. The death toll has topped 175,000, and there's more than 125,000 still missing and presumed dead. But there's one group who live precisely where the tsunami hit hardest, who suffered no casualties at all. They are the sea gypsies of the Andaman Sea, or as they call themselves, the Moken. They've lived for hundreds of years on the islands off the coast of Thailand and Burma. They are, of all the peoples of the world, among the least touched by modern civilization. And miraculously, they survived the tsunami because they knew it was coming. It's their intimacy with the sea that saved them. They're born on the sea, live on the sea, die on the sea. They know its moods and motions better than any marine biologist. They're nomads, constantly moving from island to island, living more than 6 months a year on their boats. At low tide, they collect sea cucumbers and catch eels. At high tide, they dive for shellfish. And they've been living this way for so many generations, they've become virtually amphibious. Kids learn to swim before they can walk. Underwater, they can see twice as clearly as the rest of us, and by lowering their heart rate, can stay underwater twice as long. They are truly sea urchins. This old man decided he wanted to fish for breakfast. It took him one toss of his spear. It was a puffer fish. If it's not cut properly, it can kill you. The Moken cut it properly. We found this Moken village on an island 2 hours by speedboat from the coast of Thailand. It had become something of an exotic tourist mecca before the tsunami. A Bangkok movie star and amateur photographer named On was here on December 26th, taking pictures of Moken village life when someone noticed the sea receding into the distance. How far?
Like, you see the blue one? The blue water?
Yes.
You
Wow.
see the green water? You didn't see any water.
No kidding.
Yes.
You could walk way out there. On continued taking pictures. They show the Moken on the beach, crying. Did you have any idea why they were crying?
I feel like they know what bad will happen, but I don't know how much bad.
And Owen's pictures show the Moken fleeing towards higher ground long before the first wave struck.
The first water just come like over here.
The water got that high?
Yes.
And that was just the first wave. The worst was yet to come, as the Moken knew because of signs from the sea. It wasn't only the sea that was acting strangely, it was the animals too. On the mainland, elephants started stampeding towards higher ground. Off Thailand's coast, divers noticed dozens of dolphins swimming for deeper water. And on these islands, the cicadas, which are usually so loud, suddenly went silent. And the silence was heard by Saleh Kalachale, that skilled spear fisherman who was on a different part of the island. He ran around, warning everyone. When you told people in the village and said something was wrong, did they believe you?
The young people called me a liar. I said we've told the story of the waves since the old times, but none of the kids believed me. I grabbed my daughter by the hand and said, "Child, get out of here or you'll die." She said, "You're a liar, Father. You're drunk." I hadn't had a drop to drink.
Saleh brought the skeptics to the water's edge where they too saw the signs. Eventually, everyone, the Moken and the tourists, climbed to higher ground and were saved. But the village itself, there's nothing left. Why do you think the tsunami happened?
The wave is created by the spirit of the sea. The big wave had not eaten anyone for a long time, and it wanted to taste them again.
Do you think that they consider themselves very unlucky because their village was destroyed, or lucky because they survived?
I think they just take it as a matter of fact.
Dr. Nariman Hinshiranan is an anthropologist, one of the very few who speaks the Moken language. Tell me, what is it in your mind that permitted the Moken to know that the tsunami was coming?
Water receded very fast, and one small wave came. So they recognized that this is not ordinary. And then they have this kind of legend that passed from generations to generations about 7 waves.
It's a legend recited around campfires bearing an astonishing resemblance to what actually happened on December 26th. They call it the Laboon, the wave that eats people, and it's brought on by the angry spirits of the ancestors. Before it comes, the sea recedes. Then the waters flood the earth, destroy it, and make it clean again. So basically the tsunami myth is that the world is reborn after it is covered with water.
Yes.
So we're back to the biblical flood.
Yes.
French anthropologist Jacques Ivanov is the world's foremost authority on the Moken and has been living with them on and off for more than 20 years. Hello? Joined him on a voyage of discovery. Going to the Moken Islands off the coast of Burma, a military dictatorship closed to the outside world. There had been no news of what had happened to these Moken since the tsunami. We knew that the Moken survived the tsunami, the Moken in Thailand survived. We really don't know for sure what happened in Burma, do we?
Nobody can know because no information get out of Burma. Everybody has to say nothing happened. That means the tsunami stopped at the border and that's it, finish, end of the story.
Ivanov's boat, a converted cargo ship called the Moken Queen, could have sailed right off the pages of Joseph Conrad. The captain was called Long Ear, the crew all Burmese. The deck shrouded in nets to protect us from malarial mosquitoes. All sense of time of the 21st century seemed to evaporate into the tropical night air as we probed further and further into what often seemed to be the heart of darkness. It's really difficult to get more remote than this, isn't it?
That's the best part of the story. You are outside of everywhere. You are nowhere, in fact.
And at dawn, 2 Moken boats came out of nowhere. They invited us down. The Moken on the 2 boats hadn't seen each other since the tsunami and started exchanging tales of survival. While the Moken of Thailand had been on dry ground, these Moken in Burmese waters had been in their boats at sea.
The water had such unbelievable strength. It was swirling like a whirlpool, as if it was boiling and coming from the depths of the earth.
Like their Thai cousins, these Moken also knew what to do. Since they were at sea, they made for deeper water and were spared. Others, like some Burmese fishermen near them, were not. When you can, I want to ask him a question, which is, how come he knew something was wrong and the Burmese fishermen did not? They weren't Burmese businessmen, they were fishermen. They should know the sea too.
They were collecting squid. They were not looking at anything. They saw nothing. They looked at nothing. They don't know how to look. Suddenly, everything rose up. Their boats were thrown up in the air. The violence was unbelievable.
When we got to shore, we talked to a family of Moken living on their boat on the beach. But during the tsunami, they'd also been at sea. We started by introducing ourselves. My name is Bob. Bob. We come here to find out whether or not these people had survived the tsunami. We wound up captivated by their culture. We've never seen anything like it. How old is this gentleman?
Nyamanani, Munyeni, Tumtakon. You don't know.
Why? I mean, every when we ask how old they are, the answer is the same. They don't know. How do you explain that?
Time is it's not the same concept as we have. You can say, for instance, when it's does not exist in Moken language.
When doesn't exist.
No.
The question when doesn't exist. And Ivanov says when is not the only word missing from the Moken language.
Want. Yes, that's you used it very often. Take that out of your language and you see how often you use I want this, I want that.
There's no word for want.
No, there is a word for take. You take something, you give or you take. You don't want.
The fact is, the Moken want very little. What they don't want is to accumulate anything. Baggage is not good for a nomadic people. Ties you down. They have no notion and no desire for wealth. Remember Saleh, the spear fisherman? That was breakfast. He'll think about lunch later on. Okay, there's no word for when, there's no word for want. Anything else that we be?
No goodbye, no hello.
No goodbye or hello.
Right. That's quite difficult, you know. Imagine after 1 year you live with them and then you go. That's it, finished.
No greetings. While we were on a Thai Moken island, a flotilla from Burma dropped by. They didn't seem terribly excited by this. Visits from relatives, and they're all relatives, happen all the time. And since there's no notion of time, it doesn't matter if the last visit was a week ago or 5 years ago. There's just a constant commingling. And in the wake of the tsunami, they're all busy now, rebuilding their boats and their lives.
And what I saw since the tsunami is, yes, they take this opportunity, you know, to make the strong group stronger, for instance. No? Not young. That's about how I picked the ball. You are sitting on this boat.
Is it okay with him?
No problem,
But he thought he should point it out, or he wanted to use the boat?
No, you want to work a little bit on the boat.
But he doesn't mind waiting?
Of course not.
You sure it's not a problem?
I'm sure.
But the Moken do have problems. The Burmese have turned some of their islands into military bases. The Thais are having them make trinkets for tourists, a trend which could ultimately threaten their way of life far more than any number of tsunamis. But the Moken don't seem terribly worried by all this. Perhaps that's because worry is just one more of those words which doesn't exist in their language.
Okay. What do you think, guys? Everybody's muted.
It was an interesting video.
What was the last thing he said? The name of the fish?
I don't get it.
Again, your question?
Yeah, the name of the last fish he said.
The last fish.
Yeah.
Fish or beach?
I don't know.
Well,
Bish or
I
fish?
understood. Maybe he said beach, and I understood fish. Yeah, okay, don't worry.
Or
No, the reporter.
at the end of the segment.
No, it doesn't matter, teacher. Don't worry.
Right. So what do you think, guys, about the Moken and their way of life?
It's a very different way to live. In the sense that since younger they are accustomed to the water.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting the way that they evolve and they become good swimmers, and they can see better underwater. That's an evolution fact that is important. And another thing that call can I say call my attention?
Caught my attention.
Another thing that caught my attention was the fact of their vocabulary. The fact
Was the fact well, okay.
of their vocabulary.
So you have to move it around if you use it like that. So another thing was that the vocabulary caught my attention.
Okay, another thing was that the vocabulary caught my attention because they don't have words to say hello, goodbye. They don't have sense of wealth, or they don't have word for want.
Well,
Say,
would you say it's more like a word or the concept?
they don't have those concepts.
Mm-hmm.
And they are definitely like nomads, and they are collectors. They live daily. They don't care about the future. They only care about today and what are going to eat today.
Mm-hmm.
They live like day by day. And another fact that is very important is their connection with the ocean and nature.
Connection to nature.
Their connection to nature. Sorry, because they knew when the tsunami that affected thousands of people. They are alive. They knew that the tsunami were coming just by looking at this. Just by
coming?
The tsunami was coming.
Yes, it's because the ocean contracts itself.
Well,
because
all the water
like
starts to come back, and it's a way that tsunami comes.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's an earthquake that in the seafloor, basically.
Yes, but they saw the ocean and they know like different waves, and that's why they knew the tsunami was coming.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So anything else that you find interesting?
Well, they never say hello and goodbye. They just live when you have to live, and they go back when they have to come back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter if you're family or not.
Well, I like the way they fish.
Fishing.
It's interesting for me.
The way they catch their fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that I think it's, well, I think that they said something about the dolphins swimming deeper when the tsunami was coming. So that's amazing because the animals know.
Yeah, they were watching. They know that, if you spend a lot of time in nature, you will see things and you understand what's happening. They at one point they mentioned there were fishermen from Burma, right? And they were moken at sea and fishermen at sea, and the moken survived, but the fishermen didn't. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting because the seamen, the fishermen, they spend a lot of time in the ocean, right? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, but they didn't survive because they don't have the knowledge the moken have of the ocean.
Yeah, because they were born and they live in the sea. So their entire life have been there.
And another important fact is that they don't know their ages.
Yeah.
if you ask someone how old are they, they
How old they are?
if you ask someone how old they are, they don't know how to answer that. They don't have a time notion. I don't know if it's good.
Yeah. They don't have the notion of time
The notion of time.
as we do. We measure time differently.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So now we're going to work on the questions, guys. All right. So do you take the picture? Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So, all right. So now we just work on that. All right. Let's begin.
Okay. Now let's see.
Okay, I need to see the video 20,000 again.
Yeah.
It's a little complicated. Okay, let's see.
So you can read the questions and answer.
Teacher, I need to see the video again. It's complicated.
Yeah, I need to see it too because I'm the signal of Colby. I don't know. It's very bad today because a tower was shut it down. I don't know.
But let's try, guys.
Okay, number 1. Who lost their life in the December 26, 2004 tsunami near Burma and Thailand survived in particular survived. And Thailand and who in particular survived. Okay, and survived. Well, I'm not sure. And Thailand and Burma miraculous because they knew it was coming and lost
One more time,
their
Viviana.
life. Oh my god. Okay, survive Thailand and Burma miraculous.
Or all right. So are you answering or are you reading? I'm not sure.
Teacher, I was trying to answer.
Okay. So we need to have person first and then action.
Can I try to answer?
Yes, please.
Okay. Well, around 8,000 people dead on that tsunami.
Died
on that tsunami.
in that tsunami.
And the Moken survived.
Around 8,000
Yeah.
died. Let me see my answer. Teacher, no, I don't have this answered. Okay.
So let's read number 2.
Me?
And well, you read the
Well,
first.
I can read it.
I can read the second one. Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of relationship do the Moken have with the sea? They almost live nearby the sea, or yeah, almost on the sea.
They
live nearby the sea.
Near the sea.
Okay, near the sea. Okay, they live near the sea and they almost live in the sea. They like to travel island to island, and I think they know the sea more than the marine biologist. I remember.
Sure. Well,
did they say that?
I don't remember. I know They
So
say they had
let's focus on the question, guys. Mhm. Yes, you were saying, Justin.
yes, well, they have their knowledge uh, about the sea, but let me think in the relationship they have.
Mm.
Um,
So do they have a close relationship, or they
What
don't know
kind
anything
of
about the sea?
relation?
no,
Well,
actually they
I know a
know
they
lot of.
think that it.
almost everything of the sea because they
So how would you say the relationship is in
Teacher,
one word?
I wrote they think that it was created by the spirit of the sea.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's all true, guys. But the question is, what kind of relationship? So
Okay.
it's intimate,
Yeah.
ah
Yeah,
yeah
okay.
yeah
close.
is
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a very
yeah
close
is intimate.
relationship.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
what relation complicated teachers?
Everything, almost everything that they do is related to the sea. So I think it's something so necessary. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, his relationship would be like very very close.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's move on to number 3.
Okay, who was on? Where was he and what he was doing before the tsunami hit?
Who was sound?
So who is on?
Um, sound. Mm-hmm. Not the photographer is the next one. Um,
I don't remember who was on.
Uh, am I right? Aun was the guy who was talking to the reporter
Mm-hmm.
who was explaining him and
Explain to him.
explaining to him how they knew that the tsunami was coming.
Mm, not quite. He talked to the reporter, but he's
Okay.
not a Moken.
Okay. Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys
Was
remember?
the guy with the white shirt?
Um,
No, I think
you guys remember? The actor. There was a boy who was an actor who was taking pictures at the beach before the
Yeah.
tsunami.
Is that
uh-huh.
down?
That's on.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was right. Well, I don't remember what he was doing actually before the tsunami hit.
He was taking pictures.
Yeah, he was taking pictures.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Specifically, what were the different signs that alerted the Moken and
Alerted.
other that alerted the Moken and others to the impending disaster?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the way that the
Uh,
ocean. Ah, okay. Go ahead, Anton.
no, I only have one sign that they know before the disaster. I think someone was looking at the sea and saw like the I don't know how to say like marea,
The
mm,
tides.
the tides. Yeah,
So that's one. So we have to be specific and different signs. So the word one. So that's tie. The tie was one.
the
What's another?
Well, the way the waves came were
But wouldn't you
different.
say that's the tie?
what?
It's okay. So it's the same.
What's another?
Let me think. Well, I just got one, so I don't know about other things.
What's yours, Justin?
Well, it was the way the waves came,
Okay.
but it's the same as the type.
All right. Well, how about Viviana? What do you see?
Um,
What were other signs that that they talked about?
the animal were acting
Mhm.
strange as elephant, dolphins, and the signs were brought the skeptics to the water's edge and mocking, and the tourists climbed to higher ground and were safe.
All right. What did the elephants do?
My teacher, I don't remember.
You guys remember what the elephants do?
No, teacher.
I only wrote that.
What about the dolphins?
They were I don't know how say they were saliendo.
Actually, the opposite. They dove deeper into the water.
Okay, I understood, but
Right. So, well, you can take a picture of that if you like, and keep working. Let me check on the others, guys.
Okay.
Remember, if you get stuck, just go to the next one.
Okay.
Right. See you in a bit.
Okay. What is oh my god. I don't hear anything of that video.
Yo tampoco, yo me dormí.
¿En serio?
no, ese video hay que verlo. Gracias a Dios que alguien lo compartió, porque sea tonto.
Yo estaba viéndolo, mae, y digamos, estoy acostado.
Y
Entonces,
se durmió.
estaba viéndolo, mae, y después de la explicación de ese mae aún, yo, ay, mae, ¿qué pasó, mae? Y nada.
No, hombre,
Por eso
yo...
ya hice una pregunta toda random cuando terminó, como para disimular algo ahí.
Para creer que se vio, que lo vio.
Sí.
No, hombre, yo no, yo sí. Como estaba recién llegando a la casa porque hoy me tocó extriar, no, hombre, es que es pereza. Y por eso estaba todo distraído. De hecho, no, me perdí todo el inicio de la clase. Entonces, no sé.
Sí, y no agüevarse nada más.
Y no sé ni siquiera si esto fue como la segunda parte de un video o la primera.
No, es la primera. Es la primera parte, digamos. Pero sí, mae.
Ay, llegué entonces, qué madre. Vamos a ver. Nada más hay que ver ese video. ¿Cuánto dura? ¿No saben?
Más de 12 minutos. Eso uno lo ve mañana todo bien y ya.
Sí, en realidad. Igual ya casi salimos como en 15 minutos.
Madre, sí, mira. Que ponen 20. Hoy es viernes de loquear.
No, pero hoy es viernes de rulear porque mañana todo gimnasia a las 6.
Anthony, usted sabe que ahora, mae, yo creo que yo sí lo había visto antes.
¿A mí?
Ajá, pero usted sí tenía el pelo corto, ¿verdad?
No sé, tal vez.
Mae, es que yo creo que yo sí lo vi con Alessandro.
Porque lo tiene largo, no se le ve.
Ah, es que tengo esta cosa, ese filtro, pero es porque sí, lo tengo súper largo, ya.
Ah, mira, sí.
Y es que como soy colocho se me recoge, entonces realmente lo tengo súper largo, pero...
Sí.
Pero
Mae,
es que el,
sí,
como el
yo
mío
creo
es
que sí
colocho,
lo vi.
entonces es rarísimo.
Yo creo que sí lo vi con esa gente, mae. Pero sigo.
Sí, no, ni la menor idea. ¿No? Yo tengo ese pelo largo desde septiembre del año pasado, me lo estoy dejando. Entonces, digamos que como de en adelante ya siempre estuvo largo. Antes de septiembre sí me lo cortaba, pero ya no. No, septiembre del 2019, es que no me lo corto, mentira.
Fue así
Muy
un
mal.
vergazo.
Sí, ya casi
Yo,
cumplo 2 años, no hombre, 2 años de ahorrarme 3 rojillos en cortes de pelo.
yo me lo estoy dejando largo también, mae. Pero
No, yo estoy a una tanta que me lo corto porque no, ¿cómo se llama? No sé qué hacer con él. Ya lo tengo demasiado largo y en el
al
frente
chile.
solo cola asando y como voy al gimnasio tengo que lavarme un toquecillo el pelo porque anda todo grasoso y me lo tengo que llevar al gimnasio súper mojado y eso no me cuadra para nada porque se pudre, man.
Ah, bueno, eso sí.
No sé ni qué hacer y no me da tiempo como usar la secadora o algo así, ya que recién salgo del gimnasio, salgo faltando media hora para entrar y yo duro 20 minutos caminando, entonces tengo que hacer todo volando.
Ujú, ujú.
Ujú.
Mae, sí, yo al menos suave. Mae, yo me lo quiero dejar como por aquí. Bueno, mae, igual digamos. Es que mae, yo también no tengo color.
Por eso yo se va para abajo, el mío se va para arriba más bien.
Mae, sí, pero digamos, ahorita largo, que lo tengo es por aquí. Pero sí, digamos, el suyo es más colocho, el mío sí, digamos, yo no tengo colocho, el mío es más lacio que colochos, digamos, pero la vara sí se me ondula, digamos. Pero sí.
O pierde, sí, no, man, promete, pero por lo menos se sea para abajo. El mío es que se hace afro, pero cuando ya no puede más, por lo pesado que es, se va
Ajá.
para abajo. Entonces se queda
Mae.
como un afro, pero como así, como ovalándose.
Ah, sí, 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 sí. Ey, no, pero por lo menos se le hace para abajo, mae. Es que hay gente que se le hace afro, afro, afro y nada que se le baja, digamos.
A mí me hubiera gustado así, que se me haga afro.
¿Y nunca pensó en ponerse dreads o alguna vez así?
He estado pensando ahorita porque no sé qué hacer, no sé si cortármelo, no sé
Al
si
chile.
dejarlo que siga creciendo, no sé qué hacer con él.
Mae, es que di 2 años en vano, ¿verdad?
Ey, en vano no, porque me ofrece un montón de plata.
Sí, sí, pero digamos ya, al menos no sé, o se lo puede recortar, o puede ir a un salón o a que se lo arreglen como usted más o menos le gustaría o así.
Que no voy a un salón todavía porque no sé qué hacer con él. No sé, no tengo la menor
Ah,
idea.
de ahí sí, sí.
Es que me gustaría, es que no, trenzas no, porque trenzas de la raíz a uno se lo tallan y esa ahora no me cuadra.
Ah,
No,
esa vara duele, ya fijo.
fijo de doler y no sé cómo se ve, no sé cómo se vería en mí.
Ujú.
Además no sé lo que diga en el brete. Dreads menos porque sería bien piedrero.
¿Quién
No
sabe,
sé cómo.
quién sabe ¿cómo es? A, B, R, R.
A ver, Eren.
Ah, Alfredo.
Ah, dice, esas preguntas faltaron, traten de hacerlas porfa, si llegan todas el lunes.
¿Qué puso?
Ah, que faltaron preguntas. No, que esas son las preguntas que los que faltaron, que las hagan el lunes.
O sea, que lo hagamos en la choza, en resumen.
Sí, en realidad. Yo creo que eso es lo que yo voy a hacer. Voy a verme el
Yo
video un
también,
ratillo.
porque qué va, ese condenado video.
Sí. Pero la verdad yo no le puse nada de atención, yo estaba en otras y yo, qué madre, tengo que ver esa vara y yo lo miraba y yo miraba que ya hablaban de un tema y yo sin enterarme, yo dije, no, ya me perdí todo en realidad.
No, no, todo bien.
Y es que qué madre, justo iniciamos módulo, justo y me ponen a extrear, ma, y tengo que extrear mañana y pasado también, no.
Bueno, pero no importa, los inicios de módulo son,
Sí, como
son de
chill.
mantequilla. Más bien yo iba a faltar hoy, fue que, pues, es que ya estoy, que no puedo faltar más, al chile sí me llaman.
A mí
Más bien
también, yo he llegado
más bien
tarde.
la semana pasada falté y esa era para que me llamaran ya, mae.
¿Cuántos ha faltado este mes?
Como 6.
Juece.
¿En serio?
Sí.
Sí, claro, si no me equivoco, a la quinta usted lo llama.
A la quinta lo llaman a uno, mae.
Pero qué
Sí.
raro, a mí llego tarde y me llaman. No entiendo.
¿En serio?
No entiendo por qué
las
ustedes
tardías
así.
cuentan como ausencias.
Ah,
Es que 2 tardías es
Sí.
igual a una ausencia, ajá. Entonces,
Ajá.
Si usted tiene 5 tardías en una semana, usted tiene 2 ausencias y una tardía. Entonces, en
Ah,
2
de
semanas ya
hecho.
usted tiene 5. Sí,
Sí,
¿qué
sí,
es?
sí.
¿Usted todos los días llega tarde, después de las 6:30?
No, a las 6:30 aproximadamente.
Ah, sí, justo cuando
Ah,
estamos dando lista.
el profe siempre pasa lista a las 6:30. 6:31 para ser exactos.
A ver, profesor ese.
De
Pero
hecho,
sí.
yo me conecté justo. Y no sé, porque como estaba con el teléfono, no tenía activo el sonido y no podía activarlo. Y yo, ¿qué es esto? ¿Qué está pasando? Y digamos, le puse mensajes al teacher para no perder la ausencia.
Ah, mejor.
Yo estaba cocinando y vi la hora y yo, uy, ya son las 6:17. Voy a meterme.
Sí.
Hombre, a las 6:17 yo estaba con un cliente. Y yo, no me va a dar tiempo.
Qué madre.
Sí, de hecho, hasta las 6:25, no, como a las 27 fue que ya me liberé. Y yo dije, vamos a descargar la aplicación de Zoom y a ver si me da tiempo de entrar a clase.
Sí, todo bien. Sí le dio tiempo.
Sí. Ma, pero ¿dónde usted cree que me vio? ¿O no se acuerda como el lugar donde me vio?
Por el Samuel, por lugares así, digamos,
No,
ya
yo
con Alessandro y con esa gente.
está en el Samuel, obvio, pero no sé
Ya
dónde.
no, pero a lo que me refiero es que digamos, ya como con esa gente, ¿se acuerda que yo le había dicho que habían hecho una mejenga? Que yo había ido, yo creo que con esa gente ya,
¿Usted nunca fue a la casa de Alessandro?
sí, como 2 veces, pero no sé si ahí, no
No,
creo.
yo solo fui también como 2 veces donde Alessandro, pero no creo. La primera vez que fui fue como ir para una mejenga y la segunda fue como para jugar FIFA todo el día, pero yo creo que no.
Sí, no, yo un día fui para que el me explicara cómo era el fútbol americano y para enseñarle a tocar guitarra.
Una y una.
Sí, sí, una y una. Pero sí, allí hay que volver.
Yo creo que van a pasar lista.
Good. I'm going to
Recording
take
in
attendance
progress.
now, and then we'll talk about the questions. Okay, so
Teacher.
please, yes.
I'm here. I
Who's-
can say, Alfredo, but I'm going to leave only 9 minutes before the lesson ends.
No.
So,
All right, guys. So, all right, let's take attendance. Thank you, Alfredo. Okay,
Okay, you have
Adriana
your
Arias.
meeting.
Adriana Arias.
Here.
Adriana Sancho. Alfredo.
present, and I'm going to leave now.
Andre.
Present.
Anthony. Anthony.
Sorry, I was muted. It's your teacher.
Ashley.
Here.
Justin.
Here.
Karen.
Here.
Natasha.
Present.
Sebastián. Sofía Castro. Sofía Méndez. Viviana.
Here.
Jocelyn. Okay, guys, so let's talk about the Moken. All right. So who lost their lives in December on December 26, 2004?
The Burmese fisherman dead.
Only the Burmese fishermen.
No, the people that were there.
Lanka,
Who what were their nationalities?
Thailand, Sri Lanka.
Thais, Sri Lankans, what else? Who else?
Burma, no.
Burmese.
And Indonesian.
Okay, Indonesian. And who survived?
Moken.
Who?
Moken.
The Moken.
The Moken
Swedish.
survived.
Swedish.
Sweets.
Sweets.
And the Moken survived, like you guys said. Okay. Number 2. What kind of relationship do the Moken have with the sea?
They know their movements. How do you say comportamiento?
Behaviors.
Their behaviors.
They are like intimate. I don't know, with the sea. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the best way. They're intimate. There's intimacy with the sea. Okay, who was on? Where was he? What was he doing before the tsunami hit?
He was fishing.
Was he fishing on?
No, he was taking pictures.
Taking pictures.
Okay.
He was taking
Yes.
pictures of what and who?
He was taking pictures of Moken village.
How the Moken village?
He was a movie star and amateur photographer.
Amateur?
Amateur photographer.
Amateur.
Amateur photographer.
Okay. Yep. And specifically, what were the different signs that alerted the Moken and others of the impending disaster? So one sign. Anybody?
Dolphins.
Dolphins. What did the dolphins do?
They swam deeper in the ocean.
Okay.
The cicadas.
Cicadas. What about the cicadas?
The cicadas and birds became silent.
What
The
else?
animals start to come to the
The elephants started
to come to here, far away from the sea,
Okay.
and the waters go back.
What's the word that we learned instead of go back?
Receding.
Recede. The water receded.
The water receded.
What were two more signs?
The movement of the air.
I don't know if there was an earthquake, but there were other animals there. What did they do, guys?
The birds come to land.
I don't know if they mentioned that about the birds, like, nesting. What did the birds do?
Fly away from the area.
Well, according to the video, guys,
Silence.
they become silent. They became silent. That they said. Okay. All right. So what explanation did Kalafalai, the old fisherman, give to explain the tsunami?
He
Natasha?
yeah. He explained it explained the tsunami by telling the people about the 7 waves.
What's the 7 waves?
The signs, the tsunami that happens, and he was telling about the signs that we already said.
Okay. Well, the 7 waves are not the signs. It's something else. What is
like,
the legend of the 7 waves? Do you guys remember?
No.
Like a story. I don't know.
No.
I don't know what is the name of that.
Laboon.
What?
The 7 waves is the laboon.
Ah,
The
yeah.
lagoon, the one that eat people, right?
So the wave that eats people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And who is Jack Ivanov, and what were he and the 60 minutes trying to find out? Justin.
Well, teacher, I don't remember.
Who remembers Jack Ivanov?
The Russian that spoke, who speaks the same language that the Vulcan.
And what was he and the 60 Minutes crew? What were they trying to find out?
Got it.
Guys, anybody? Karen?
No, teacher.
What is to find out, first of all, guys?
To show, or
to discover.
The document that he was trying to create.
Well, they were trying to learn something. What were they trying to learn? It wasn't a document, quite.
Who's Jack Ivanov and what were he and 16 was trying to learn?
Teacher, if the world is reborn after it is covered with water, no.
Not quite. Wasn't Jack a sociologist?
He was an anthropologist.
Anthropologist. And what do anthropologists do?
To study
ancient cultures.
Cultures, yeah. Not ancient cultures, life cultures. Like the Moken. All right. So, well, we just continue on Monday with the questions, guys, because that's all the time this week. Tuesday, yes.
Holiday.
Tuesday. Thank you for
Good night,
reminding
teacher.
me
Thank
what
you.
I told you at the beginning.
Reminding.
All right. So have a great